Welcome everyone to the course preview videos for the 2023 Las Vegas Challenge presented by Innova Champion Discs. Today we're going to look at the premier course of the event, the Innova Champion course. Over the 4 days of the Las Vegas Challenge, we're going to see our pro divisions take on this outstanding course 2 times to see if they can take home the LVC title. Let's get to it. Hole 1 on course Innova is a 353-foot par 3. The tee is elevated and the basket sits on a small hill. With OB to the right, the hyzer is a safe play, but too much angle can push you to the bottom of the hill. Your best bet is to throw a very straight shot to the base of the hill and slide up to give yourself a putt for a birdie. It's a fair opening hole. Hope you get started right. Hole 2 on course Innova is a 270-foot par 3 in amongst the trees. Now this short hole plays for right-hand backhand, a hyzer shot that flips to flat and will slide with the gravel to the basket. Left-hand backhand players can throw a Annie with a stable disc that does the same. But this is a must-get for both the FPO and MPO fields. Hole 3 is a 260-foot downhill par 3, and here we come to our first change this year. This hole has been changed to a complete island, where before it played as a peninsula. So your disc is going to have to land on the island inbounds, otherwise you go to a drop zone. And the drop zone shot is this one right here. It's about 100 feet directly across the water. And if you go to the drop zone, you're pretty much guaranteed a bogey. Again, this is one of the easier holes on the course, so it's a must-get. The next change on course Innova happens here on hole 4, a 384-foot par 3 that's going to have a triple mando right here. This triple mando is going to keep the shot straight and flat and long. So take out your straightest disc, throw it directly at the basket, hopefully get some good ground play and slide up to get a birdie. This hole is going to play much harder than last year, taking the hyzer out of play. Hole 5 on course Innova is a 642-foot par 4 for our men and par 5 for our women. A new OB line has been added on the left side of the fairway, so any disc that hyzers out early and goes into the trees will be OB. This OB line will pinch off the fairway as you get closer to the pin, creating more danger on your upshot. The basket sits on a downslope, so distance control is needed to get close to the basket. Good luck with this one. You'll need it. Hole 6 on course Innova is a 222-foot par 3 that plays directly across the water to an island green. Now this year, since the pros are playing this course, we've shrunk the island, making it harder to get to. So you have to land in grass this year. There's no more bailout area to the left-hand side. So take out your straightest disc, a putter or mid-range, and throw it right to the base of the basket. Hopefully you'll get a birdie. This is the hardest 222-foot hole on tour, so good luck with this one. Hole 7 is a 417-foot risk-reward par 4. Right off the tee, you have to make a decision. Lay up to this area here or go for it, trying to clear the OB green and miss these 2 hazard sand traps. The landing area is just 23 feet wide between the sand traps, so getting close and getting that eagle is very difficult. Good luck. Hole 8 is a 417-foot downhill par 3 for our men, but par 4 for the women. Right off the tee, you have to clear this body of water with a turnover or a hyzer if you're a lefty. Again, try not to go too long. There's an OB cart path directly behind the basket. Also, if you hyzer out early as a right-hand backhand, you can go to the left across that cart path as well. Good shots are going to land somewhere in this area, giving yourself an easy upshot and a birdie if you're in the FPO field. Men are going to want to get closer, but this green is fast with a downslope that carries you to OB. Hole 9 on course Innova is a 641-foot par 4. Right off the tee, you have to navigate this tunnel of trees with your drive, with a disc that hopefully finishes to the left. This will set you up for your upshot into this extremely tricky green. The basket sits behind a hazard sand trap. And just outside the circle behind the basket is an OB cart path. This played is the hardest hole in the course for the FBO field last year, and a birdie here will gain you strokes on the field. Hole 10 on the Innova Championship course is a 721-foot par 4 for our men and par 5 for the women. Right off the tee pad, you're going to want to throw as straight as possible, heading toward this hazard sand trap. If you check up just short of that sand trap, you're going to have a great angle to the basket. If you hyzer out to the left, You can still approach the basket, but it's going to be sloping downhill toward the OB, cart path, and the hazard sand trap. Again, this slope carries you right toward those obstacles, so touch on your upshot is paramount. Hole 11 is a 357-foot par 3 that played as the easiest hole in the course for our MPO field last year. So we've made a change. Anything to the right of the water is now out of bounds. So lay up right in this area, pitch up, take your par, or you can be aggressive, but remember, you have to stay in the dirt. Anything in the grass is OB. Oh, and if you run too far past the basket, the willows will block your comeback putt. Good luck on this one. Hole 12 comes in at 363 feet, and it is a par 3 for both our men's and women's fields. Now, this is one of the more straightforward holes on the course. A little bit of danger on the left and right. On the right, cart path and beyond is OB, and on the left, you can't see it, but there is a hidden green. Hyzer your disc in just shy of this tree. It will leave you a putt for birdie. However, if you're in the tree, you'll have an obstructed putt and rollaway danger behind the basket as well. Again, get close, you should get a bonus birdie on the field. Hole 13 is a 375-foot par 3 for the men and par 4 for the women. Now, right off the tee, the danger here is you must get across this cart path. If you don't get inbounds past the cart path, you will go to a drop zone. Now, there's OB to the right in the tree line and OB on the left-hand side that does connect the cart path to the second sand trap. Go beyond that rope, you're OB as well. And of course, the hazard sand trap right in front of the basket. It's a tricky green to approach, but our ladies can lay up, pitch over, and take a birdie, while men, if you want to, run that ace. Good luck, everyone. This is a tough hole. Hole 14 on course Innova is a 777-foot par 4 for the men and par 5 for the women. No matter what field you're playing, a long drive off the tee is crucial, and you can land somewhere in the center of this fairway. That's going to give you a choice. Go for it or lay up just in front of this OB green. Now, if you go for it, distance control is crucial because behind the basket, down a hill, is a cart path. Cart path and beyond is OB. Rollaways happen on this green all the time. Just ask the competitors who played here before. Hole 15 on course Innova is a par 3 for both our men and women's fields. It is 439 feet and one of the harder par 3s on the course. Now, a big turnover for right-hand backhand can get you close to the basket. However, the big tree and a bush on the right-hand side block your access, so a perfect shot is required. If you lay up short, you can pitch into the collection bowl just under the basket and tap in your easy par. However you run it, the basket sits up just high enough where you can go over the hill and roll away. This is a bonus birdie for sure. Innova hole 16 is an 888-foot hole that requires precision, accuracy, and distance. Off the tee, you're going to navigate these trees, get something straight and level with not a lot of hyzer to land just past this first or second tree. And there, you're going to have a choice to make. Again, it is a par 4 for the men and a par 5 for the women. Now, the ladies are going to want to pitch up and land in front of this OB green. Men, you're going to have to go for it. But we have a new pin position. This year's been moved closer to the right, so you're going to challenge that water and the OB line to the right a little bit more. This is going to be a tough birdie, definitely a score separator coming down the stretch. Hole 17 on course Innova is one of the harder and trickier tee shots on the course. You cannot hyzer out early. You will end up across the cart path OB. You have to drive something hard and fast, low with a bit of turnover to get to this basket. Now, it is a par 3 for the men coming in at 516 feet, but a par 4 for the women. Ladies are going to want to land on this second golf tee area, which is going to give you good footing to throw into the basket. Men, you're going to have to go for it. And with the basket moved back about 50 feet, you're going to have to upgrade from a fairway driver to a distance driver to get there. Again, this is a bonus birdie for the men, and the ladies a must get before going into the last hole. And that brings us to the last hole on course Innova, hole 18, 720-foot par 4 for our men and par 5 for the women. Now, this was the hardest hole in the course last year for our MPO field, and you can see why. With 2 OB lakes, OB cart path and beyond on the right-hand side, and OB green, and behind the basket, water, you can get in a lot of trouble here. Now, you have choice off the tee. You can go for the long drive or layup and hope you get close on your upshot. But this hole is a score separator. The tournament will be won or lost here. Good luck, everyone. You'll need it.